Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com. Today we're looking at the Draco. Come on. I thought everyone had seen this plane. I mean, how could you not? Because it's big, it's red, modeled after an awesome full-scale plane. Mike Patey is the full-scale designer and pilot of the real Draco, which is a bush plane made to go fast and take off and land just like a Cub, but it can go almost twice as fast as a Wilga 2000 that it's based off of. And it can fly up to altitudes of 28,000 feet in the real world. So the team at Horizon thought we must do something with this airplane. And so they went down and created what is, I think, rivet. I don't know if the rivets are exactly the same, but this is an amazingly detailed scale version and the only licensed scale version of the Draco. And so I put it together, which of course is Horizon. It's easy. I want to mention that the SPM file that I used to put in my transmitter, we're going to talk about it in the video, but worked flawlessly. Zero trim needed. Crazy. Just make sure everything is level and right. You know, your elevator and ailerons and flaps are all right before you get to the field. You should be good. I'm at the field with Mike Hines and Jason Cole. Now, why is that important? It's cool because Mike, Jason, and I all worked at Hobby Lobby International, what I believe to be the RC company that really made electric flight possible through lithium polymer batteries and brushless outrunner motors. And then Mike was the guy who brought amazing foam warbirds. We're about to take off. We have a drone in the air, and I'm going to just lay back and let us talk while we're at the field. The whole concept here is three old friends flying an airplane that turns out to be a sweetheart. So let's go do that, and then I'll chime in periodically if I feel like I need to say something. All right, let's go to the field.
Sweet, huh?
Oh, what a sweetheart.
I need a good What the Heck Wednesday submission, Jim.
I'm your guy. So I'm on the sticks.
Can recreate the scene out of Catch 22 where the plane flies into the guy standing on the float.
This is my maiden flight. I'd never had the plane in the air before. And I'm just blown away how stable, smooth, floaty, and, you know, my term is sweetheart, which I reserve. And I bestow the sweetheart tag to this plane.
Oh, yeah? You gotta be able to knife edge it, right?
Nice roll. A little bit of elevator input. It was put in, the elevator. But it was effortless. It's my first roll, and it looked pretty good. All right, coming down for the first touch and go. So we may not say this, but we are trying to hit that center line right there. I missed it. And we're all trying to touch that thing with a wheel. A little bit before. And very bouncy.
Doesn't leave that running.
That didn't work.
You know, it's a landing gear switch. That's the wrong way.
So we had reverse on the gear switch, which I'll figure out sooner or later. I mean, I put it there.
Jason, I'm going to hand it to you.
Here goes something. Yes, sir. All right, Jason Cole on the sticks. His first flight ever with this airplane. There's no wind. which this plane probably needs some wind. Would like wind. Flies great without wind, but with wind, it'd be more fun. One thing Jason does is he'll get this plane in pretty tight, which is...
All right, we've got Jason Cole on the sticks. Jason, first thoughts?
It flies really graceful. It's super smooth. It looks real good.
And you're on medium rates, medium expo.
I would say the power feels a little anemic
This is the small pack.
because it just doesn't feel super fast or super power. That's full throttle,
But comfortable.
but comfortable, and man, it's super graceful.
This is 4S pack.
So what that
The
buys you
rudder's
is...
really effective. Nice little slip right there.
That sun is not helping us with this beauty of this good looking airplane.
That 4S pack, if you're new, want to get in, just fly lightly, nothing crazy, you can do 4S.
All right, well, we got you on the sticks. Is it all trimmed up right out of the box?
Yeah, I haven't touched any trim at all.
Okay, so the setup on this was off the file, off the Horizon site, and I often find that there's no trim needed if you use the file and don't mess with the airplane. You want to hit some flaps and see what you can shoot on touch and goes. The tip I got from the factory Horizon was she doesn't want to land straight. She wants to come in on tippy toes. And you got to keep power on there. There we go.
It's pretty good.
What flap were you on there, Jason?
That was half takeoff flaps. It doesn't need more than that. It's almost too much even really as it is.
Right.
You really have to gauge when it's time to turn the flaps on and which ones you want.
I was playing with my Timber X flaps, and there is a time and a place to turn those on and off.
The flaps are so extreme on this thing. You for sure want to play with it, learn it.
Lost it. There's not any good wind out here, so we're pretty much still.
Wants to climb a little bit with flaps, so it could probably use a little bit more down elevator compensation.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's very light touch required to keep it nose down.
I've had other large planes like this that are so complicated to get wings on and off and all that, but this one has 4 red plastic pieces. They're tricky. I think wiggling is the key to get them on and off.
Mike, you want to take a spin? Jason, you want to do a knife edge? Oh, not with this pack. We'll do it with the
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
6S.
need more power, I think. I'll go ahead and bring her in for a landing.
The landing gear on this turned out to be really good.
All right, let's be gratuitous, Jason. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Hit reverse, buddy.
That's cool.
One more time. Nice.
Where is that switch? Oh, right here.
So if you've been under a rock and you don't know who Mike Hines is, let's see if I
51
can.
seconds left on the timer.
Jason, Mike, and I all worked at Hobby Lobby International,
We did.
and I will say that Hobby Lobby made electric flight possible. We didn't invent it, but we certainly brought it to the market way back in the early days.
NiCads and nickel metal hydrides.
And we used to come out here quite often and test fly new planes and existing planes for the catalog. And here's Mike, who brought you a lot of foam airplanes. Jason, how do you think we're doing on battery?
It's got 50 seconds left on the timer.
Oh, good. No pressure.
Who knows how many hours Mike has on RC planes.
Pretty easy on it,
Crazy.
I'm sure it's-
I've heard from 4 to 8 or so minutes.
Boy, it is floaty with these flaps. Putting the flaps. Okay, there's normal. With a little headwind, you could probably just park this thing. Make it stop. There's the timer. Well, we'll go ahead and land.
We'll watch a pretty Mike landing.
Chugga, chugga, chug. Look at that, man. That thing is slow.
Maybe you could thermal it.
I'm sure you could. Honestly. Look at that. It's just sort of windmilling into the wind. Look at that. That's so cool.
Mike likes it. I could watch that all day.
All right, we're gonna put in a new pack and be right back. Gotta put it in the garage.
Stop running the tape backwards.
Well, the consensus is want a big floaty airplane.
Oh, I like that. The one wheel. We ran out one of them.
Jason is just a giant
I'm
talent
sure you could do a
on the sticks.
one-wheel touch and go.
Little knife edge.
This is a 6S.
When I first started flying, a buddy of mine flew a big biplane, and he would just do touch and goes over and over. And I was like, I want to do that.
Oh. I zoomed in.
Access to the battery is super easy. The LED lights are controlled off as a switch on your transmitter, which are pre-programmed with the file from Horizon. Voice commands are pre-programmed.
You got any flap in there?
Yeah.
So far, Jim's the winner.
That was the least bounce we've had.
Yeah, good point.
If you look in the description below on YouTube, there'll be a link to the full review. I'm going to have an interview with Mike Patey from Horizon in the piece, and some words, and then links back to the airplane, so you can buy it if you want. There's also a lot of spare parts.
Mike, you want to try it? Jason, what do you think?
Yeah, pretty cool.
I can bounce it.
So I'm trying to keep quiet just so you can feel the majestic.
It is fun.
It's a fun flying airplane.
This is the perfect day for such a plane.
And
sure it
relaxing
can take a lot of
nature of
wind.
this bird.
I think even like if you get some of that primo grass like at Max Place,
Right.
it'd even be
Stop
better
it.
for touch and goes. But
Little crosswindy.
The only way you get this thing to land without bouncing is if you fly it over basically without
yeah,
any vertical speed.
yeah, I did it like a 3-point landing on it.
That's the time
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, everyone, I want to thank Mike and Jason for coming out here. The break. Thank you, guys.
Great fun.
Well, that's the Draco. I want to thank Horizon and eFlight and all the brand managers out there and everyone that creates this airplane and airplanes like it. You know, they're the ones that keep us fueled up with things to be excited about and things to fly and parts to replace things with when we bounce them too hard. I was really impressed with the Draco once again. I knew it looked great. I mean, it appeals to everything that I like, color-wise and design-wise, bush plane-wise, everything. But I was like, man, this thing is so big. But it flies like a dream. It really does. I mean, I don't know if... I have had airplanes in the old days where they flew heavy. Maybe that means sluggish. I don't know. I could just feel it in my hands. It feels heavy. And I don't like planes like that. Maybe some people do. But this thing is just so sweet and floaty and really responds to your inputs. And just so relaxing, you know? Jason's out there with the drone, chasing it around. And what else? Once again, easy to get to the field. I put this in the cab. What was I in? Well, I was actually in the big truck. So, but it breaks down pretty well. I don't touch the tail group. I just pull the wings off and put my 4-bolt or screw or the plastic things in my pocket, and I'm gone. And 4S batteries, 6S batteries, so you can kind of have the power that you want. And I bought some adapters to use some batteries I already had that didn't connect properly, and that worked, no problem. But I'm a big fan, you know. And I guess that's all I have to say. Once again, what a great thing to be out there with Mike and Jason. And I was like, why don't we do this all the time? And they agreed. And so hopefully we will go out there and fly together more often like in the old days. It was great. And you know, Mike's a great scale pilot. Jason can fly anything in any manner. And I'm a great... I'm the kind of guy that you want to see fly a plane because I fly about like the average guy. I'm never going to win anything or be in a video. Well, I guess I'm in this video. But thanks to all of you for watching the video. If you've made it this far, you know, be sure and hit subscribe and like. Thanks to Horizon. And keep an eye out for our next video. I'm Jim T. Graham with RC Groups.